Smile, smile, smile. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's talk about the 10 things I stopped buying and don't regret to achieve financial independence and financial minimalism. When it comes to the list of the things I've stopped buying, partly it's because of cleaning up my finances. But mostly, I think it's about being more intentional with your time and with your money. The first thing I've stopped buying are Christmas gifts. I don't mean to be super kuripot. Okay, I am a super kuripot, and that's okay, that's fine really. At least nobody approaches me for money or asks me for gifts. But the real reason that I've stopped buying Christmas gifts is because in today's age, it's better to be more practical. Christmas is one of the most important holidays here in the Philippines, and it's good that we celebrate it. But there are better ways to celebrate this than giving one-time material gifts. Instead of giving money or gifts, you can give them your time and your talent. Be there for them in important occasions and celebrations. Spend quality time with them or take them out for lunch or dinner once in a while. When it comes to your talents, you can use your knowledge to teach them new skills and hobbies. Memorable experiences and quality time spent have a more lasting experience than one-time gifts. Number 2, Pasalubong. A couple of years ago, when I would travel abroad or go to Boracay, I would come home and buy gifts for my family, my friends, lolos and lolas, and workmates in the office. Not gonna lie, but I did this mostly to fit in and get pogi points with my lolos or lolas or my office mates at work. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that I don't really need to fit in. I don't really need the approval of other people. If I'm going to buy something and give it as a gift, I'm going to do it because I really want to. I don't feel the need to please others or to fit in. I'm gonna do something because I want to and not what others want to. As I said earlier, instead of giving gifts, you can give your time and your talent. Number 3, online shopping. The big bad bulldog. Don't get me wrong, e-commerce sites and apps like Shopee and Lazada have done a lot of good for society. You can now start an online business there and you can find items that you can't find in the mall or in physical shops. I remember the last time I bought online at Zalora, it was during the 11/11 sale. I really needed rubber shoes then, and I was able to find a good pair of rubber shoes at 50% off. And I was thinking, hey, this is such a good deal, why don't I get 2 pairs of rubber shoes? So I ended up buying 2 pairs of rubber shoes for the price of 1. Now if you think about it, that might be a steal. But the problem here is I only needed 1 pair of rubber shoes. So I ended up spending more just to get a second pair, and in my mind it's like, oh, I saved, but not really. And to add to this problem, I bought another pair of rubber shoes for my girlfriend. Even though she didn't need rubber shoes because it was on sale, we thought it was a good idea to get it for her in advance. Online shopping apps are great at getting you to buy things because number 1, it's on sale. And the psychology behind it is because it's on sale, you feel like you can get a big discount, so you end up buying. But then you end up paying for other stuff as well. The second thing you need to be aware of is these online companies and these e-commerce sites, they know you better than you know yourself. They collect so much data and they've mastered the game of notifications. They use all these algorithms to push you these products which you may not really need. While I still use online shopping, I make sure to use it only if I really need an item and if I can't find it in the mall. Also, I don't have any of these apps on my phone, so less temptation equals less financial sin. I used to think that having a car is a milestone in life. Diba, kapag umangat ka, you buy a car, you buy a house, you get married, and then you have kids. These days though, with the rising cost of fuel and inflation, having a car doesn't really seem so practical. Having a car can cost a lot of money. Your parking, your fuel, the tollway, maintenance, registration, and insurances can add up to quite a lot. I take MRT to work nowadays and I've noticed how it's improved so much. When you get down to the platform, there's barely a line there. You can ride on your first trip, you can sit down on the train, the air conditioning is working, and they have roving security guards inside the train to police everyone. If you're not ready to commute, then there are alternatives. You can buy a bike or you can buy one of those electric scooters that can take you to your workplace or wherever you need to go. When I was younger, I thought that expensive items and branded names would help me fit in and gain respect with other people. I purchased expensive leather shoes and designer clothes from Zara, and you know what? For 5 minutes, people would notice and they would give you some attention. But you realize that people are so busy with their own lives that after these 5 minutes, they don't really remember and they don't really care. 3 months ago, I purchased a new mobile phone, an Oppo. It cost me around 12,000 pesos. At the time, my old mobile phone was already slowing down and it was struggling to keep up with the demands of YouTube. My friend recommended that I get the latest iPhone. And when I thought about it, do I really need to spend 50,000 pesos just to film my YouTube videos? If you ask me, the difference between the Oppo and the iPhone is around 40,000 pesos, and that's a lot of money. I decided to get a more affordable phone and it works just fine. The same principle can go for medicines. I realized that you can save so much money by buying generic medicines versus the branded ones. They're just as effective anyway, and most of the times they're made in the same factories. The sixth thing that I've cut out from my spending are subscriptions. Not gonna lie to you, but I used to be a big fan of Spotify, and I would get their premium account so I could download and listen to all these K-pop music. But a lot of the music I was listening to was available online. I don't have a Netflix either because I realized there's so much high quality content that you can find online on websites like YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok. Why pay for something if you can get it for free? A lot of us get hooked on these subscriptions because we try out the free trial for 7 days or 30 days, and then we forget to cancel that subscription and they charge it to our credit card. So if you're going for a free trial, remember to cancel your subscription before the charges kick in. Recently, I cut down on my postpaid plan. I've been using a smart postpaid plan for the past 15 years. It comes with calls, texts, and some mobile data. But I realized that in today's world, people don't really call and text anymore. You can get a much cheaper and stronger mobile data package by subscribing to the prepaid plans. One of the reasons why I kept my postpaid plan for so long was because all my accounts, bank accounts, and information were tied to this mobile number. So if I cut it, I might lose all my OTPs. But with the Number Portability Act, which was passed quite recently, you can now carry the same mobile number when you switch from Globe to Smart or from postpaid to prepaid. When I was in my early 20s, I tried to develop healthy habits such as regular exercise. I thought if I subscribed to a gym, I could get a good-looking body and become popular with the girls. I even signed up to fitness apps like KFit and ClassPass so I could try different fitness activities like yoga, high-intensity workouts, and boxing. The pandemic changed most of that, and I've learned over the past 2 years that you can have consistent and healthy exercise habit just in the comforts of your own home. You can go to YouTube and find so many free videos. You can go running in the park or in the street outside. And there are just so many activities that you can do on your own that will lead to a healthy lifestyle. I'll probably still go to the gym though if I want to try a new activity every now and then, like indoor cycling or rowing. Now, a lot of people say that buying Starbucks isn't gonna make you rich, and I agree. But I could definitely use that money elsewhere. People who buy Starbucks and milk tea 3 times a week spend around 500 pesos, and for me, that's enough to get a decent meal. It's about spending on what really makes you happy. Besides, a lot of these designer drinks and coffees, they aren't healthy for you. You don't want to be putting that in your body because they're all full of sugar. And Filipinos nowadays are affected by obesity, a lot of us are becoming overweight. It's best to cut down on these unhealthy drinks. Instead of buying Starbucks, you can make your own coffee, and this is much healthier and affordable. The last item on my list is home delivered food. I'm talking about apps like Grab, Foodpanda, and other delivery apps. Home delivered food is like restaurant food on steroids. In my previous videos, I talked about how the cost of restaurant food can make your food bill go up to 2 to 3 times the cost of a home-cooked meal. Home delivered food makes it worse because they put markups on the menu and they charge you the delivery fee. Rather than get your food from these apps, you can check if the restaurant has its own internal delivery system. They usually offer free delivery if it's within a certain distance or if you meet a minimum spend. When it comes to the list of expenses, food is a top 3 item. So make sure you spend your money wisely when it comes to food. These days, if I'm going to spend on something because it's going to make someone else happy or because society has told me that I need to spend on this thing, then I'm just not going to do it. Now, the list I have here may be different from you. Maybe Starbucks really makes you happy and brings you joy in this world. The point being is that reflect on your finances and spend on what's really important to you. That's all I have for today. And before you go, leave a comment down below. What is something that you've stopped spending on? I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Fake YouTuber energy, huge YouTuber energy. Come on, YouTuber energy.